Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 3rd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, decent time frame, got out, got in the hot tub, wife got off to work, get a couple things done around the house real quick like. Went ahead, had a dog getting dropped off. I had two dogs getting dropped off this morning. First one got dropped off earlier than they planned, but not too much earlier, so it wasn't a big deal. But basically just hung around waiting for them to get dropped off. I did have myself a little breakfast cigar and enjoyed that. Had a glass of milk beforehand, which is, I'm getting low, so I'm saving my, I got one glass left, so I'm trying to figure out when I'm drinking that, but overall it's not too bad. I've enjoyed my gallon of AE chocolate milk from my trip back from Iowa. So, but yeah, went ahead, got the dog dropped off, chat with the owner a little bit. She's a news reporter here in Florida that does a lot of stories around and kind of independent, but she works for one of the big stations, but she doesn't run a cameraman. She doesn't know that. She talked about the fact that, like, she's like, I'm just like a lone wolf. Like, I want to go out and get it done. And she's like, today, she goes, I got these stories I'm coming over here for. She was doing some stories on our flooding around. Our city's approved a shit ton of new construction, and the new construction companies are building all these houses and raising them up about a foot, which doesn't seem like a lot, but here it is, because most of the spots that they're building these houses right here off our, area where we live in are wetlands. Like, that's where all of our rain goes, and they've been putting in thousands of houses around us in this little area. That this area is like 7,000 houses on its own. Then you add a bunch more, and you get rid of all that drainage, and it is a thing. So last big hurricane we had that had crazy flooding, basically 1 block from my house north for the next mile was like almost all underwater, because they're in 100 years it hadn't happened, whatever, but they were doing a bunch of construction on some roads. They had changed some of the drainage and stuff while they were trying to change things and make things better. Hurricane hits, and I mean, 1,000 houses got flooded that had never been flooded before. It wasn't that big of rain, but you add into all the new construction and so on and so forth. So she came over to do that interview. We also have like a 19-year-old mayor, which is terrifying in its own right. And I guess he got busted for trying to buy alcohol underage. And then I guess he also, I don't watch the news, so I just hear what people tell me. But I guess there's some other things. So she's got to go interview him and stuff. So those kind of interesting little stories. We talked and chatted a little bit in the morning, and then she headed off to work. My goal was like, the other camera people just screw things up. Like, they get in your way, they forget to turn things on, all this kind of stuff. She goes, I can do this all myself, and I'll be out of here by 1. I'll be done today. And she's heading off to a wedding, which is why she brought me the dog. So, but yeah, we had a good chat about how much you can't rely on other people and how much people can suck, and we chatted about that, which was pretty good. So then hung around, let the dog out. He ran around, peed and hung in the backyard like he likes to do. And then second dog got dropped off, and probably one of my favorite dogs. He's the one I tried to trade the Corvette for way back when. So, but yeah, he got dropped off. They get along well. I rotated him so he'd have free use of the yard for a moment, and then brought them both out together. And they played a little bit, but the Labrador is kind of old and doesn't play that much. So, but they got a lot of sniffing in, got a lot of cuddle. They got basically cuddling next to them in the sun at one point. But I just hung around with the dogs, got a few things taken care of. Got a little warm for them outside. I could tell they're kind of not enjoying the heat. We went inside, hung out for a while, had some chips and dip, finished off my first container of dip, and then basically just kind of waiting around. Not a lot going on. Was trying to look up, my father-in-law wanted Domino's pizza tonight. My wife told me yesterday, so asked me if I wanted anything to figure out what I wanted. She'd order it together. So I looked on the website, looked on the app, downloaded the app, everything. So I can't see what the ingredients are in the specialty pizzas. So basically it will say like meat eaters, but it won't tell me what kind of meats. Or it'll say deluxe, but it won't say what's on a deluxe. And as a man who hates olives, I want to make sure this pizza has olives or not. And one of the things I hate when you call up to order and you're like, hey, I want, such and such pizza with no olives. Then they get the smartest remark, that pizza don't even come with olives. I'm like, okay, calm the fuck down there. Like, I don't know every fucking thing on your pizza. An olive can ruin my pizza, and I don't want to take the chance. And every once in a while, I'll end up with a few olives on my pizza because the person's a dickhead, and they hate their job and apparently want to be fired, but can't be because nobody can find good help anymore. They'll throw some olives on your pizza to be an asshole. So I was trying to look at what the ingredients were. They got Hawaiian, they got a bunch of things. Nowhere on there is. And wife asked me if I wanted a pizza, and I go, no, I'm just out. Like, I even tried calling the 800 number, and all it kept doing was trying to send me to a text number. Called the local pizza to like pick up an order. Like, just order it myself, but ask like, hey, is there anywhere I can just look at these things? Is there a mobile website? Like, none of this makes sense. My wife looks, she goes, I can see the ingredients. I'm like, what the fuck? But she's on the actual computer. I'm on my phone. 90% of the community anymore nowadays is on their phone. So why the fuck would we think that this is gonna be a thing here, that your app doesn't show it? Finally, I was like, I don't care. I'll just eat from the house. I don't need it. Then it sounded like my wife was disappointed because she wanted some pizza from Domino's. But I was like, okay, god damn it. Went and looked, found out if I put every specialty pizza in my cart, like if I'm ordering it, once I'm in the cart, I can then go back in and see all the ingredients. I'm like, how dumb is this app? But, oh, well, I was on hold with the local office, the local pizza place right here. It rang for like 6 minutes. When they walked over, picked the phone up and hung it up again. Didn't even attempt to answer it, nothing. Just picked up the phone, hung it up. And I was like, you hear the handheld thing pick up. And I was like, wow, you guys are real dickheads. Like, and then it made me upset about that too. Because I'm like, why are we trusting people who are so bad at life to make our food that clearly don't want to be here and all that good fun stuff? But whatever, it is what it is. So ended up picking up like a, I don't know, meats Gadza, or I don't know what it is. It's like basically like a meat lovers with mushrooms, peppers, and onions on it. And so that's what I'm grabbing, and it worked out. Everything was good there. So I told her what I wanted. So she was like, cool, I'm gonna order it. Later I said, let me know what the ETA is when you order it. So I'm gonna go for my run. I want to make sure I'm back by then. And then she's like, okay, cool. So I went out on my run and didn't hear nothing from her. I was out for a while, and I'm like, I would have thought she'd been heading home by now. Like, what the hell? So I was like, I kind of cut my run off, got back to the house, and still hadn't heard nothing from her. Like, what the hell? And then I was like, okay. So I said, hey, I'm back at the house. Everything's good to go, blah, blah, blah. It's just something about the time frame. I said, you ever order the pizza yet? She goes, yeah, I sent you a text. I'm like, no, you didn't. She sent the text. And I'm like, are you like your father who types it out the text but doesn't hit send? Because he does that all the damn time. Maybe it's genetic. And she goes, I don't know, I'll send it to somebody. I'm like, whatever. So she gets home with the pizza, takes it across the street to her father, gets in the house, sticks it in the oven. I have the dogs outside, because the one dog especially is insanely food driven, to the point that when I went on my run, he ate English muffins off the counter, off the toaster oven on the counter, like jammed in between that and the upper cabinet. So literally upper cabinet height. Was so determined to get food that pulled it off of the toaster oven to eat the English muffins and part of the packaging. But yeah, not real happy about that. It is what it is. So she stuck the pizza in the oven. I got the dogs fed, got them out, and then sat down to have some pizza, and basically we're chilling out. And my belly went weird. I don't know what it was. I just felt like crap. So I told her, I said, hey, I'm not really feeling great. And after my shower, she goes, well, if I'd known, I wouldn't have got the pizza. I said, I felt fine when we ordered the pizza. On my run, my belly went to crap. So who knows? But kind of is what it is. But overall, it wasn't too bad. Got my stomach settled down a little bit. Had herself some pizza. She had a slice. I had 2 slices. And to get the big one, I guess now, like they got a 16-inch or something. So the regular 14-inch, it has to be New York style. So I don't know if they're just promoting the New York style or because it's a lot thinner crust, they save money. I don't know. But only way to get the big pizza is to go New York style. So that's what we did. We went New York style, which was fine. No problem at all. But went ahead from there, and basically I had, like I said, New York's supposed to be a little, they didn't cook it long enough for New York style. New York style, you should be able to pick up a slice, even if it's gigantic, fold it in half, kind of like a taco or like a hot dog bun, and then it'll stand out on its own. This thing wouldn't stand out on its own for nothing. Like it was so undercooked and so doughy, but it tastes all right. The ingredients were good. It just didn't cook long enough in the oven. So yeah, shit happens. It is what it is. But we ended up having that. Watched a little bit of Young Sheldon. Then I started watching a little bit of Fire Rescue, which is, oh my God, so cheesily written. There's so many bullshit mistakes they make in there, just as general EMTs and firemen are putting up. Like they must not have had a single consultant, or the consultant they had was on drugs, because holy crap, it's that bad. It is absolutely horrendous how bad their plot lines and stuff are, and just simple dumb mistakes they're making of how nobody would do that kind of thing. So, but yeah, there's that. And then from there, headed back outside, enjoyed the evening with the dogs, chilled out there for a while. And I also installed a bunch of mosquito, like the mosquito dunks you put like in 5-gallon buckets, and I got mosquito tubes you hang up around the yard and stuff, and a bunch of things because I'm trying to get rid of all the mosquitoes, so my wife can use the pool more and enjoy that. I don't get bit by them too much where I'm at, or by the pool, which seems to be a lot more. So I put a bunch of stuff over there and hoping we can get all that shit figured out. So anyway, after that, headed back in, had myself a little snack, enjoyed the evening, and wrapped up the day. So that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.